Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Mr. Mike. This is the Trucker Diary series. I wasn't gonna record right now, but I just had something on my heart to say. Like, I know this is. It may sound cliche. It may sound, I don't know, inspirational maybe, but people, I really hope that you guys do what you love. Like, seriously, do what you love to do. Whatever you're passionate about, you just find a way to fucking do it. Just don't give up, or don't, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you come from, find a way to do what you love. And not just creatively, but anything that you love to do. Like, find a way to do that. Find a way to make yourself happy. Like, be happy. Do what you love to do, and do it to the best of your ability. Fall in love with yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. You know what I mean? Love your passion. Love what you really love to do. Or who you are. Love who you are. So if you love playing video games, play video games, man. Just play them. Enjoy them. All these things are there to be enjoyed. If you love going to movies, watching movies, do that. If you love making music, or you love just listening to music, just do that. Like, find your happy place and stick with that. There's no blockades. There's no anything. Don't let anything come between you and what you love to do and what you're passionate about. Like, nothing. Not even a job. Not a career. Not something you have to do just to fucking survive and pay the bills and live in the matrix. Don't let any of that stuff stop you from pursuing your love, or just enjoying what you love to enjoy. Seriously. So I just wanted to say that, you know what I mean? I feel like I want to say my most of my life is sort of like a wasted time, because I didn't have this, belief, or, I wasn't taught or raised with that belief. We are taught to be, a servant of Christ, and doing the things that Christianity, living up to that doctrine and doing what they deem doing what you should do, as they deem you should do. Really, that's really close. That is extremely close, bro. So a lot of it, because we were raised in institutions. Like, I'm seeing it through my son. He's going through an institution, which is school. You know what I mean? But he loves, when he's with me, he just loves playing. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't really, he's a type of guy, he's not gonna, grow up as teachers and other people would expect him to do. Like, he's gonna grow up naturally, but not in a way that's a part of the system. Like, he's gonna experience a lot of different things, just like I did, just like Daddy did. He's gonna experience a lot of things, and just figure, and through that process, he's gonna figure out, his angle in that process. You know what I mean? So I really implore and encourage and recommend that you guys do what you love to do. Do only what you love to do. And everything else, I know you got to survive. You got to deal with shit. You got to deal with different people, different environments, different things, different cultures. You know what I mean? But don't let any of that stop you from doing what you love to do. Like, nothing. So that's what I just had that in my heart. You know what I mean? I know that's pretty much the gist of, like, how I live my life now. And most of you, open-minded, well-adjusted people already identify with, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to say it. It's, because it's for me too, because I may, come back and listen to this later, and, needing me, my own breath, my own voice to say it. Do what you love. Do what you love to do. And find a way. Like, I'm in this process. I'm driving a truck. I did this for surviving this matrix, and, trying to get ahead with this financial world or whatever. And I've done that to a degree. I got out of a hole. Now I gotta, now I want to go back to doing what I love, like making music and being on stage and doing things like this. Just really expressing myself through different mediums. That's what I love to do, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. So I implore you guys to do the same thing. You know, if you love talking, like, make a podcast or something, or if you love listening, or you love reading, like do that, do those things, because I mean, just do it for yourself, because that's how you love yourself, that's how you treat yourself, and also do it because, I mean, this future is really unknown. It's really, like, our advancements and things in technology is far ahead than our humanity to, like, utilize these things properly and progressively. So we have a lot of progress to make up as far as, you know, our humanity is concerned. We have a lot of progress to make up, to sort of keep up with the advances that we're having, because our collective humanity isn't, you know, progressive enough to meet, you know. So the future is so unknown. It's so, you know, but we have a lot of distractions. We have a lot of things that are in our way from ourselves. Like we look at ourselves through different lens and different, not our own sight. We look at ourselves through different mediums, through different ways, and not necessarily looking with our own eyes, our own sight, our own vision. We put that to the back burner because since we were born, since we were raised, we just we play a part of this system, this thing. We can't really touch or smell, you know, just like in the Matrix. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm a big Matrix fan. I love the movie, I love the concept. You know, I always thought about that. You know, I had that ideas, those not the stories ideas or whatever, but that sort of mindset. It's like this doesn't seem real. All this stuff that I'm experiencing, and you might have had that experience, had that take on it as well. You know, looking at that movie, watching the movie, you know, getting different philosophies from the movie, but it's just like that. It's a system. Like, we're born and raised to help this system out, and not knowing who we are, first of all, and not helping ourselves, not loving ourselves. Like, we are born and raised to struggle, and then we sort of identify ourselves as that struggle instead of identifying ourselves as ourselves, who we're supposed to be. Like, we identify ourselves through struggle, and it's not the way it's supposed to be. I know our history is fucked up. This country's history is fucked up, and a lot of different places' histories are fucked up. We've experienced a lot of, we still are experiencing a lot of crazy people, a lot of fucked up people who are in charge of certain systems. So, but, you know, in that regard, I just can't help but realize that, you know, I mean, I've realized this, you know, long ago, but it's just, you realize things more and more. Like, it's like building muscles, you know. You realize things more and more, that doing what you love is healing. It's purposeful. It's aligning yourself to who you are, putting yourself, connecting to who you are, who you're supposed to be, and doing what you love is that path that we all should take. Knowing ourselves, loving ourselves, and doing what we love to do. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. So I really wasn't planning on recording, but you know, to this morning, you know, I'm in Orlando and I'm going to Lakeland and then going back to Jacksonville. But, you know, this whole morning, you know, I'm driving. I listen to music, and another artist that I'm gonna bring up that really inspires me, and I'm gonna do a whole thing about. I guess people always put a top 5 list of shit. I may put something together like that as far as music producers. But one of them right now I'm going to talk about is Flying Lotus. If you haven't heard of Flying Lotus, if you ever watched Adult Swim and the bumpers, I think that's what they're called, the little Adult Swim logos. You know, there's different pictures, different photos that has their logo attached to it, and it's those bumpers are very random, and the music, you know, that you hear on those bumpers are a lot of times Flying Lotus's music. His music is really hard to describe. It's very, I want to say, cosmic, very very digital, and very just avant-garde type of music. It's I want to say it has elements of trip hop, dare I say, or a lot of synthesizing, a lot of sample heavy music. Like, it's hip hop inspired, it's jazz inspired, but at the same time it's cosmic trip hop inspired as well. It's very, he's the artist that meshes those genres very well together to make this such a unique sound. And I highly recommend that you listen to him, especially if you like to smoke weed and get high and do that. A lot of his songs are not long. They're like maybe 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. But a lot of it's just instrumentation. Highly just, I want to say, lo-fi type beats, instrumentation, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds melodic, relaxing, but it does have some groovy beats, some funky beats. He mixes a lot of different things into this digital listening experience. So I highly recommend Flying Lotus. But he just released a new album, and I probably don't know how to say this correctly, but it's basically Flamagra, I think is how it's spelled, Flamagra. But yeah, it was just released. I have Google Music. You know, I paid a little monthly fee or whatever, so I can listen to anything, you know, anything that's released. I can kind of just, and so it's released on there, and I'm listening to it on the way down to Orlando this morning. I listened to it before, you know, when it first came out a couple of days ago, but I really wanted to listen to it, you know, again. So I did that today, and oh my God, the music, the experience you get from his music, it's really just, it feels so personal. It feels so personal. It feels so so like close to you, if that makes any sense. And to me it does. I don't know, his take, it feels like you can hear his experience, you can hear his life experience through his music, if that makes any sense. Like, you're not hearing the actual story in detail, but you can hear, I guess, his sight while he's living. And I've been following him for years. Tough Junkie told me about it, mentioned it to me years ago. Shout out to him. But yes, Flying Lotus, the guy is a super amazing artist. I highly recommend that you guys listen to him and just relax. And really take in everything, all the instrumentation, his ad-libs, his melodies, his take on music. He's a phenomenal artist, and listen to his music this morning. It sparked me to say things like this, like doing what you love to do. Doesn't matter how you get there. Like, let your experience be your music, or be your passion. Let your experience be your love, that you can tell that story. in your way. You know what I mean? Just find a way to do it. If you have to take time away from it because you have to survive in this matrix, I get that, because that's what I'm doing and things like that. But find a different way. Find your way. You know what I mean? Because as long as I'm alive, I'm going to make this music. I'm going to do that. And I know I'm talking. You hear me talking. You're not hearing the music that I'm telling you. It's going to be released. It's going to be. I mean, I haven't made. It's going to be released. So. But yeah, I'm not using no excuses. I'm just not making it right now. But it's gonna get made. You just have to trust me on that. Take my word or whatever. And if not, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Because I understand. But yes, just do what you love to do. Do what you love. If you're not in a situation where you can do it right away, make a way to do it. If it takes time, it takes time. That's time is always one of those things. But continue to do what you love to do. You know what I mean? I love performing. I love making music. I love learning. I love making love to my girl. I love video games. I love playing basketball. I love my son. I love spending time with him. I love life. I love growing up. I love my family. I love laughing. I love comedy. You know what I mean? I love puzzles. I love trying to figure out things. That's why I like, different types of video games, different experiences, different ways to unlock something or to figure out something that's complex. That's what I love to do. So find that and get, just do that and just let it grow. Let your love grow inside of you. Just let it grow. That's all I have to say. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys are doing well, living a healthy life. I just got done. I just left Orlando's port. When I got there, I did a little bit of backwards push-ups, if you will. I did like 30 of them. 2 sets of 15 or whatever. I'm gonna do a little bit more, but once I get to this other destination, I don't necessarily have an assignment, but I am gonna get paid for. They want me to do something special for them. They want me to drop this empty trailer I have at a place in Lakeland, and then go to Auburndale and pick up another trailer, and then take that back to Jacksonville, and I'll be done for the day. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I hope you guys are doing well. I woke up, drinking water with the cucumbers, and been drinking water all day. But I did have a candy bar today. I had a baby Ruth, so that's that. And I had some, what are those? I had an apple, and then I had some, what's that chip things? The Bugles? Yeah, I had a bag of Bugles. I went to a rest stop and just got a snack just because just wanted something in my stomach. I didn't want to eat anything heavy. So I got a Baby Ruth and some Bugles. So that's what I did. But yes, do what you love to do. I'm doing what I love to do, and this is part of my development as a person, as an artist, as a human being, to really express myself. So that's what I'm doing now. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are you're probably at work right now. It's 10:48. Your stomach is growling a little bit. You're looking forward for lunch. You know what I'm saying? And so you're probably thinking about what you're gonna eat. That sandwich is calling you, or that leftover spaghetti you made last night. That was the bomb. It was waiting for you. So I hope you guys get to that. And hydrate, because it's hot. It's not as hot today. It is 90 degrees, which is hot enough. But it looks like the clouds are getting thick, so it may get a little rain. I think we need some rain though. It's been really extremely hot. So. But yeah, last night Toronto Raptors went up 1-0 on Golden State. This series is fucking interesting because Toronto has home court advantage, so they won their first game. You know what I mean? So if Golden State wins the second game, then you can, of course we have a series, but the fact that Golden State lost the first game and they don't have home court advantage, and the other thing too, Toronto they played each other twice in the regular season, and Toronto won both of those games. So it's very interesting, I still think Golden State is going to win, but I'm sort of rooting for Toronto. I would love for Toronto to win. I think Kawhi Leonard is just a special guy. He's a special player. Love watching him play. I love watching him making his team better. Like, his team's a lot better. They have confidence. The guy Van Vliet, Fred Van Vliet, has confidence in his shots now. He's making threes when they need him. You know what I'm saying? He keeps them in the game. And Danny Green, too. Danny Green, he was a three-point man for the Spurs for a while, and then I think he got injured, and career was sort of whatever, and then he's linking up with Toronto. He didn't have the best shooting year, didn't have the best shooting playoffs, but like in his finals, he's hitting his threes now. Like, in fact, the first points of game 1 last night is him hitting the three. And so when you get that first shot and you hit it, that goes well for your confidence. So, I don't know, Toronto could be the team to beat. It's very interesting to see how it is and see what's unfolding in these finals. But yeah, Toronto's up 1-0. And yeah. And what's up? Boxing. I think Anthony Joshua has Ruiz. I think his name is Andy Ruiz, coming up in this. I think it's this Saturday. So I think I've seen a couple of clips this morning on First Take with Max Kellerman and Stephen A. And they're drilling it with questions, and Joshua's standpoint is like, okay, let's not even, because they're talking about him matching up with Deontay Wilder, and Joshua's like, let's okay, the difference is why the fight, because he's ready to fight, he loves to fight, he's a fighter. He says the difference is trying to get these fights negotiated is promoters and people, his management and his opponent's management, they can't come to an agreement. So Anthony Joshua is basically saying, let's meet man to man. Like, he wants to sit down with Deontay Wilder himself, hash out the differences, and come up with a good, solid contract that satisfies both of them, and we can get the fight to be made. That seems like his standpoint. There's a lot of stuff that's underneath that he's not saying, of course, but it seems to me like the confusion or the reason why these fights aren't getting made is because of promotion, because of the people making money off these guys they are in disagreement. I think the boxers and the fighters themselves, they want to fight the best to prove they're the best, but they have to go through these channels with their promotions and stuff, and these channels don't agree and all this stuff, and then you get nobody's going to compromise, of course, and the contract's not signed, and we don't have to fight, we have to wait. So when boxers actually talk amongst each other, they hash it out themselves. They put they know their careers is on their line. So you got to do what you got to do. So to see Anthony Joshua say, let's meet face to face. Let's meet Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Let's meet and talk about what it is we need to do to get a fight made. I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that's admirable, and I think that's logical. But yes, Anthony Joshua is fighting Andy Ruiz this Saturday. He was supposed to fight another guy, but I think the motherfucker had too much. He takes too many drugs, or I don't know if he made weight, but he popped on steroids and other drugs. You know what I mean? So he was disqualified from the match. So Anthony Joshua, he didn't have an opponent. So this guy Andy Ruiz, I don't know his record, but that's going down to Saturday, so that should be interesting. You know what I mean? You're like, heavyweights, anything can happen. Somebody can get knocked out because those guys are bigger, they're stronger. So anybody can have a one-punch type of knockout or knockdown situation. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I can't wait to get back to Jacksonville. You know, just to relax, and it's been an interesting week. I've been all over the place, all over Florida. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully, I can see John Wick 3 this Saturday with my boy Rufaro and other friends out there. Probably gonna see that, and haven't been to the movie. I think the last movie I saw in the theater was it Black Panther? Yeah, I think it was Black Panther. So that's that. But yeah, I'm looking forward. Hopefully we can get to watch that, you know, if all the plans line up. So but I hope you guys are having sex. You know what I mean? Sex helps you. I read an article saying, like, if you have a sexual relationship, like if you have a healthy sexual nature, like you have sex on a regular basis, and then you stop for a while, like that can cause depression, anxiety, from just not having sex, because it makes sense too. I mean, sex is an enjoyable thing. We all love to have sex, and so if we're doing it on a regular basis, then we stop for a while, like a week or maybe, you know, some time. You know, we can experience like depression, like just mild moods, but you know what I'm saying? You could feel depressed for a while from the lack of that, you know, intimacy. So, and I think that goes back to what I was saying earlier, just doing what you love to do. Because when you're not doing it, you know, and then you have to do these other shit, you know, that you know, you become depressed because you're not doing what you love to do. We constantly have to do something we hate to do. Coming to work, going to work, and then going back home from work when you're tired. You know, your creative juice is not flowing like you want it to, you know. And so most of it, yeah, like majority of our lives is doing shit that we don't want to do, and we do it to survive. We do it to make money and have things for ourselves. And some people's passions are materialism. That's okay. I mean, you know, it's all about what you do. I think it's all about what you do with the materials that you accumulate. But some people live that materialistic life, and okay, that's do what you do. But most of us work to survive, just to have money to eat. You know what I mean? And so our energy is spent on that, because in our head, in my head, I won't generalize all of you, but I'm just saying in my head, I have to do this to live, and I know it's bullshit, and I see the game, I see the fucking the strings, and I just do it. I do it anyway, just because I gotta make money. This is part of the game. It's part of the game, and that's what it is, and it sucks to do that. So like. So the key is, why if you're having to go through shit like this, you're having to work, and most of us do, you got to create a balance for yourself to, you know, go to work and then have to, you know, maintain your creative juices, so you get home and get in your space and your element that you can create and do the things you really love to do. And it's fucked up that we have to do that, and that's why it's so much better to make your own shit and live off of your own shit. But you know, that's fucking foreign to me, to be honest. And I'm learning as I go along, and I'm creative, and I make things happen. But it is, I'm tapping in some foreign elements in my life, like as we speak, like doing things like this. You know what I mean? So, but I think overall, it's leading me, it's creating a path for myself to get back to what I love to do. Some people have a path set out for them to be who they're supposed to be. I think people like me, I have to forge my path. I have to create, knock down obstacles and create my path. You know, that's what I got to do. And so it is what it is. And people have their own battles. but do what you love to do. So if you have to create a path for yourself, create a path, create a way, make a way. And if people are not joining you, people are not supporting you on what you're trying to do, then do it anyway. Like, you know, and then have your pursuit, you know, your pursuit will eventually link up with like-minded people, and they'll see what you're doing, and your paths will align on whatever level that is. So, but just do that. I do wish that, you know, sometimes I wish I have like consistent, you know, support from my loved ones and people who are seeing what I'm doing or trying to understand what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But you know, my family wants me to be healthy, be well, taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they think to do that is to, you know, working and having a job and having a good job and being able to take care of yourself monetarily and those things, which is cool. You know, that's fine. I'm not knocking that responsibility, because that's major. But as far as creativity, because I am a creative being, you know, supporting and pushing that creativity that I have inside of me. You know, I have to create that encouragement myself. I have to support myself, and you know, I'm not the best doing that by any means. You know, I lack motivation at times. You know, I like to push, to focus. I have those things. I have the weakness. So that's why I sort of experience a lot of things, because everything inspires me. So when I listen to Flying Lotus, when I listen to the artists that I love listening to, it inspires me, and I start writing more, creating more, and pushing more, and you know, making a way for my passion, making a way for my love, making a way somehow. And it's really, really, really slowly but surely, but it's I'm making that way. And so I just hope you guys do that. You know what I mean? And a lot of our paths are like that. It's not going to be a laid out path. You know, a lot of times we have to make our own path. Like if we're in the woods, we're in a forest somewhere, you know, there's trees around us, you have to find your way. You can't look for others' paths. You have to make your way through there to get to where you need to be. And that's what I'm doing. So I hope you guys do that as well. I think majority of my life is me seeing glimpses, not seeing the whole passion, right? I see glimpses of it. So I have to follow those glimpses till that view becomes bigger and then bigger and bigger. And then I know what I need to do, and I do that with 100% focus, with 100% of my being. You know what I mean? There's a lot of obstacles in the way, and I create a lot of obstacles in my mind with my insecurities, my self-consciousness, and those things. But you know, I see it. I know it's there. I feel it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't see, you don't see the sun every time, but you feel that heat. You know, and so, or you don't see the fire, you feel the heat. You know, so. But that's what it is. Just make your way. I'm just making my way. A lot of it is opening my eyes to different things, and seeing things from a different perspective. You know, leaving certain ways of thinking, certain doctrines and belief systems and religions and stuff like that. Doing away from all that to sort of to find my way, find my path. You know what I mean? So I didn't see it in Christianity, but I saw it through music. I saw it through hip hop. I saw glimpses of it in hip hop. You know, and then me performing hip hop, and me finding that joy in that, finding my purpose in that when I'm on stage in various places that I've performed. I see it, glimpses and pieces, you know, of it, with the music that I've created and collaborated with other people. I saw it, glimpses and pieces of it. And a lot of times with my own insecurities, I've denied it, or I delayed it. You know what I mean? But it's still there. It's still there. So it's up to, you know. So I'm just saying, it's up to you to pull back everything so you see it clearly. You see, okay, that's what I need to do. All right. So I just hope you guys are doing that. Love what you do. Do what you love. Fall in love with yourself. Love yourself first before you can, you know, love anybody else. I'm saying? Love yourself. You know, a lot of us think that, you know, falling in love with someone else or finding your soulmate, you know what I mean? That's finding that can happen any fucking time. It's not planned. It's not because of your great career, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? So like, while you're not having your soulmate with you, or you're still in search of that, love yourself, man. Be your own soulmate. Love yourself. I mean, even the Bible says, love each other as you love yourself. Love one another as you love yourself. So that's what I implore you guys to do. I just hope you guys are doing it. Love is powerful, but you have to apply it to yourself. And I apply it to myself. So I hope you guys are doing that. But yeah, I'm just out here on the road, just talking shit. You know what I mean? Speaking my mind. I just had an epiphany. I just wanted to share that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's what I do. That's podcast. That's your Trucker Diary series. This is Mr. Mike, Music Illumination Consciousness. That's what I bring to you. So I hope you listen. You know, and if you don't listen, I hope these words find you somehow, some sort of medium. You catch a glimpse of it while your friend is listening to it, your loved one is listening to it. You know what I mean? You find that right, that right moment, that right sound bite that enters your ears, and you, oh wow, what did he say? And you sort of figure out who I am, or who that is, and you start, going down the rabbit hole of what Mr. Mike is, and find, So I just hope you guys do that. I hope you guys are open to this, open to imagination. And of course, smoke weed, enhance yourself, enhance your mind, create, break down the walls, and break down the boundaries in your mind. Break through them. There's beauty and love and harmony on the other side. Just break those boundaries down, break them down, or go over them. Do whatever you have to do to get to the other side. It's there. Of course, there's uncertainty. There's circumstances that you don't understand. I understand that. I go through them. But that's life in general. Even if you don't go on the other side, you still got circumstances and shit you got to deal with. So you might as well explore yourself. Go beyond go beyond the veil. You know what I mean? And see the truth. See who you are. So that's what I implore you to do. I love you guys, man. This is the Trucker Diary series. This is Mr. Mike. Leave comments. Leave, any kind of comment. Leave the shitty ones. Hurt my feelings. If you really want to hurt my feelings, do that. My feelings been hurt many a times throughout my life. If that's your intention, if that's your purpose, hurt my feelings. Say whatever you want. I just want you to listen. That's all. So, I guess I could talk for a little bit more. I got about 24 miles before my, destination. So I'll talk with y'all for a little bit more. I hope you guys are doing well. Drinking water with the cucumber in it, or some lime, or some lemon. You know what I'm saying? Live that healthy life, man. Be active. Keep your body active. If you're a truck driver out there, please be active. Because this is one of the most sedentary jobs. The only thing we have to do is get out of the truck and hook up and unhook and lower the landing gear. And that's basically it. You pushing, and you're inside the cab and you're pushing buttons inside, but that's it. Most trucking jobs are no touch freight. You don't touch the freight. Some of them do if you but a lot of this is sitting. Majority of the job is sitting and driving and staying alert. And so I'm seeing all these truck drivers, they're getting out, they got a cast on their leg, you know what I'm saying? They have to get out with wheelchairs. They're just heavy people. But I see a few of them, they bring their workout equipment with them, and they, as soon as they stop somewhere, they're banging out a set. I've seen a few of them do that, and that inspires me, because I've done it myself. I'll be in this, like I was in Orlando, you know, I had to take my 30-minute break, so I'm sitting in the back, I'm doing backwards push-ups, you know, I got my dumbbells, you know, I do different things, you know, I'm trying to be consistent with it, but, you know, I am eating a little bit better, no red meat, and no sweets and shit like that, even though I am human, but for the most part, I eat fruit and vegetables. That's the main part of my diet, and drink plenty of water. That's all I drink is water, unless I have a smoothie. But yeah, seeing people do that, it inspires me. So, but yeah, live your healthiest life. You know, it's everything that's in the forefront. Every time you go to the store, or everything that is advertised while you're watching TV, it's all bad for you. Everything. Soda is bad for you. Juices are bad for you. Even fucking Gatorade is bad for you. Yes, it has electrolytes, but it has a fuckload of sugar too. Diet drinks are terrible for you. You know, Red Bull and all that is just bad for you. All that shit is bad. Everything. The fast food industry, even the regular restaurants. You know, the food in itself. There's a lot of hormones in food. A lot of foods that carry different ingredients that your body doesn't know how to sort. So it just stores it in your body. Causes all sorts of problems. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have food that heals in the vast majority. We don't have that. We have industrialized food, processed food. Foods that are loaded with sugar, preservatives, corn syrup, all sorts of things that are just horrible to our bodies. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to consciously, every day, make an effort to eat solid foods, alkaline waters, you know, getting all the vitamins and minerals, magnesium and things like that. We have to actively search, because we're not educated to do this. We are bombarded with salivating foods that are good to taste, but not good for our bodies. A lot of us don't eat healthy because it doesn't taste good. We don't eat to live. We eat what tastes good. And I'm not knocking doing that, but you have to be healthy too. You know, so that's my journey. I hope you guys are doing that as well. I hope you guys are just living a healthy life, man. We gotta do it. Yes, all these things that I just said is just a horrible thing we have to go through. But at this point, there's no excuse. We have too much information. There's no excuses. You know what I mean? There's ways. Just we have to make a conscious decision within ourselves to do that. So, but I hope you guys are doing it. Another thing I want to implement, and I know I'm various and I talk about a lot of different things, but fucking meditation. I need to get back into meditating, you know, and doing that. I just have thoughts that are either generated by me or just are bestowed upon me or whatever. But meditation is key too. Like meditation, deep breathing. You know, I'm fucking beginner when it comes to that. And I'm sorry if I'm using profanity when we talk about something as healthy as that. But meditation, you know, I know it's good for your mind. But I want to learn more about doing that. And once I implement it, I don't want to just pass on information. I want to implement everything that I'm doing and just telling you the experience, because that's the best teacher. So, but meditation, very important. You know, doing that. So, I still pray. I still pray to God. Still pray to God for things that I don't understand. Things that are just it seems unfair to me or whatever. It seems I go to God. Sometimes it's just conversation, just asking why things are the way they are, or what can I do to make a difference. One of the greatest prayers in the Bible was when in the Old Testament, when Solomon, when he inherited the kingdom from his father, he asked God to, God, I'm a king now, and that's a major responsibility. You know what I mean? And I'm paraphrasing this, but Solomon went to God and was like, this is a major responsibility. It's cool to be king, and I'm grateful that I am king, but I want my people to love me. I really want to be a good king. I want to be wise. I want to, I want to learn how to govern my people. And so I pray that I can utilize, or I pray for your wisdom, your godliness, your ways to help me help my people, and to govern the people, and to love the people, and to treat them, and to treat them with respect, and just really govern them and help them, and have the people love me. That's what I wanted. I think that was the greatest prayer that a person would ask for such a responsibility, and God granted him wisdom. God basically told him, okay, most people would have said, I want riches, I want glory, I want fame, I want these things, I want wealth and those things. You didn't, and Solomon, you didn't ask for any of those things. You wanted the intangible things. You wanted the more important things. And so since you did not ask for those things, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you all the riches and wealth. Just for the mere fact that you wanted wisdom, and you wanted love from your people, and you wanted to learn, and you wanted to govern your people well and lead them to where they need to go. Those are the things you asked for. I'm going to give you that and all the other stuff that most people, that you didn't even think about asking. I'm going to give you wealth. I'm going to give you fame. And Solomon throughout the Bible was regarded as the wisest person in the Bible. And, there are countless countries, people from, the Far East or whatever, they would come all the way, different kingdoms would come from where they are to go see Solomon, go see him speak about different things. Speak about the Proverbs and Ecclesiastes and just different, his philosophy. They came from different parts of the world to go see him speak. They loved him. That's how amazing that prayer was. You know what I mean? So I think, and Solomon, believe it or not, he talked about love too. He talked about sex. He talked about making love to his woman. He had many wives and many concubines, but he wrote a book about one of them. You know what I mean? He wrote a book about the Song of Solomon. Let's talk about his love for his girl. Love that, man. I love that. It's a beautiful thing. So, but those are the type of things I would like, when I pray to God, that's what I would like to pray for. Like, pray for wisdom, guidance to guide my mind, my life, my steps. Have a sound mind. So when I make tough decisions, it'll be from a sound mind. I pray for things like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, going back to meditation, I think that will help you, help me. It would help me be more in tune to myself, in tune to what, what's like my heartbeat, my breathing, and how it connects to the consciousness around us. I think that's good, and I don't do that. So that's I brought it up just so, because I know I don't do that, and I know it's important. I know there's a lot of important things I should do, and I don't do them. You know, I make excuses for myself. You know, so. But it comes down to it. You know, my religion is love. That's what I believe in. So love what you do, love yourself, and love what you do. Follow your passion, follow your heart. You know, do it. You know, the matrix, the shit in the matrix and the environment that you grew up in, you got to deal with that. It just happens. But do it. Even with the lacking of resources, or lacking of support, or lacking of whatever you lack, you still have that passion, and you know, you see glimpses or whatever you see, you connect with something. Do that. So I hope you guys are doing that. Yeah, this is Mr. Mike. This is the Trucker Diary series. This car is fucking way too slow. Come on, Honda Civic, you're on I-4. So, but I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are listening and getting something out of this, at least. Make love, man. Make love. Have sex. Be in tune. Meditate. Do what you love to do. Watch a great movie. Be inspired. Write a book. Read a book. Learn more shit. Find your passion. If you don't know what it is, find it. What is it that you connect to? Do that. Even the person that's imploring you to do it is not doing it necessarily. But I have done it. I have pieces of that. And it's coming together. It's coming together. But you do it. You do it, because I may not even be here. You know what I'm saying? We're not guaranteed the next second. But some of you are in a better situation, or whatever situation you're in, you fucking do what you have to do. Love yourself. Love what you do. And that's all I got to say. This is Mr. Mike. This is the Trucker Diary series. I love you guys. Yes, I love you. Peace.